Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. So for the assignment entitled Application of Geometry, our group decided to discuss about gazebo and canned drink.
Gazebos have been a popular outdoor and garden decoration for centuries, and indeed they are as old as the garden itself. A gazebo is a freestanding structure with a roof, often in the form of a cupola and walls that are open on all sides. Traditionally, they are built on a height or a side that provide an attractive view. A gazebo can provide shade, basic shelter, enhance a landscape, or just be a place to rest and view the landscape around you. Gazebos are an excellent structure to use as a tool for studying culture and culture changes. Because they are often small and simple structures, designers and architects could experiment and explore on them. Some believe that earliest gazebos had their origin as garden temples. Gazebos are also on the rise today. People are particularly attracted by their appearance as they are a beautification of the garden. They also appreciate the wide range of uses and the ample privacy that a gazebo provides. Modern gazebos are being built not only in family gardens, but also in park and public spaces. And best of all, they can be made in a variety of design on your own liking to the owner's liking. There are many varieties of gazebos. As example, Egyptian gazebos in Rome and Greece, Persian gazebos, Middle Age gazebos, Italian and Renaissance gazebos, gazebos in Asia and their spread to Europe, early American gazebos and modern gazebos.
I will explain about the gazebo measurements. The gazebo has the same width and length, which is 5 meter. The height of the gazebo is 6.2 meter. Next, we will count the gazebo surface area. First, we need to count the pyramid surface area, which is the roof. To find the pyramid surface area, we need to use the 1/2 PS plus B formula. The surface area of the pyramid is 45 meters squared. Next, we need to find the base surface area. The base of the gazebo is cuboid, so we just add up the surface area of rectangle and square bases. The base surface area is 64 meters squared. The gazebo supported surface area is 9.53 meters squared. The pole surface area is 37.52 meters squared. The volume of the gazebo also can be measured. First, we need to count the volume of the pyramid. We need to use the 1/3 BH formula to find the pyramid volume. The volume of the pyramid is 8.33 meter cubic. Next, we need to calculate the volume of the pole using length times width times height formula. The volume of the pole is 5.88 meter cubic. After that, the base volume is 17.5 meter cubic. Lastly, the gazebo supporter volume is 0.98 meter cubic. After we total up the volume of the gazebo is 32.69 meter cubic.
French military and political leader Napoleon Bonaparte is widely credited as being the driving force behind the invention of the can. In 1795, the French military had a problem in need of a solution: long, vulnerable food supply lines. There was no effective method at this time for the preservation of food. Transportation of food was difficult, and as many soldiers were dying from malnutrition and starvation as from enemy fire. Napoleon offered a 12,000 franc prize to any inventor who could devise a cheap and effective method for preserving large amounts of food. It took over 10 years for progress to be made. In 1806, Nicolas Appert, a French confectioner and brewer, discovered that food cooked inside a jar did not spoil unless the seals leak, and developed a method for sealing food in glass jars. This was a huge breakthrough. For the first time in history, food could be preserved without obliterating its texture and destroying its taste. However, the process was slow, and glass containers also presented issues for transportation. Unfortunately for the French army, the war ended before the process was perfected. Actually, the tin can wasn't developed by the French at all, but by an Englishman who learned of Appert's method and patented his ideas. Tin cans were preferable to glass jars as they were cheaper to produce and much easier to transport. Developments in can manufacturing started to come thick and fast in the latter half of the 19th century. In 1846, a gentleman called Henry Evans invented a die device that enabled production of cans to increase from a rate of 6 to 60 cans per hour. The first automatic can making machinery was introduced in Britain in the late 19th century, securing the tin can's future in the preservation and packaging of food. It wasn't until 1930 that technology had advanced to the stage where beverages could be packaged in cans. Beer was available in cans from 1935, closely followed by sodas with the higher acidity and higher pressures. The key development for storing beverages in cans was the interior liner, typically plastic or sometimes a waxy substance, that helped to keep the product's flavor from being ruined by a chemical reaction with the metal. The popularity of canned beverages was slow to catch on, as the metallic taste was difficult to overcome with the interior liner not affected, especially with the more acidic sodas.
Okay, so firstly, let's talk about the surface area of a canned drink. The height measurement is 14 cm and the diameter of the circle top and base is 5 cm. So by that, we know that the radius of the circle is 5 divided by 2, which equals to 2.5 cm. So to get the total surface area of the canned drink, we need to use the formula of surface area of cylinder. Firstly, we need to calculate the rectangular area and then the two area of circles, top and base. The formula that we use is S equals to 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. Then insert the value of the height and radius into the equation. Lastly, by using calculator, calculate the whole equation and you will get the answer, which is 259.18 cm squared, which will be the total of the surface area of the canned drink. Moving on to the next slide, now we are talking about the volume of a canned drink. By using the same information, which is height equals to 4 cm, diameter of the circle equals to 5 cm and the radius equals to 2.5 cm, we can calculate the volume of a canned drink. You need to use the formula of volume of cylinder, which is V equals to BH. B indicates area of batch. So by using the information given, insert the height and the radius of the circle into the equation. Then calculate using your calculator and you will get the answer, which is 274.89 cm cubed.
In conclusion, without us notice, we were surrounded by geometrical objects in our daily life. The gazebo, invented using variety of geometrical objects and was built with creativity for people to enjoy. We also found out that solid geometry can be found everywhere, such as cans, dome, roof, and etc. Cylinder can most used for commercial drink because it can fill a lot of volume and durable.